Hello again, everybody. Harry Boxer, the technical trader at thetechtrader.com. These are the charts of the day. It's October the 28th, Tuesday. And the market had a great day today. What a rally we've had as the Nasdaq 100 has gone from 3,700 to over 4,100, and the S&P 500 has gone from 1820 to about 1985 or something. It's just amazing. It really is a very, very strongly overbought market with the McClellan oscillator up plus 242. So gotta be really careful up here, but the trend is your friend. The trend is still good. Let's take a look at Achillion. Now today, I'm giving you this because it popped out of this pattern. Got up to 1262, but it closed rather poorly in my opinion. Under 12 at 1194, up only 17%. 17 cents, excuse me, 1.4%. On heavy volume of 6.6 million, so it chewed through a lot of stock, but didn't close well. Could be a sign of some distribution. I don't think so. A lot of cross currents, that's for sure, but it's still holding its moving averages, and it has broken back out across this level and closed right on resistance here at about that 1194.12 range. So let's just see if there's a follow through, and if there is, I'm looking for a retest of the 1380 range, and then we're up to 15. And by the way, as you know, the Achillion's had a major 1, 2, 3, 4 wave move. The fifth wave could be powerful. Keep an eye on that. Moving on to Achillion. Look, we loved the stock last year when it ran up dramatically. Then it rolled over and triple top near 100. Well, it came down hard into the mid-20s. Now, looking at the base that's formed, it's a nice one. Here's a gap here, a test there, and another test there. So you can see where resistance is, certainly near 36.5 3/4. We get through that, this base could explode and take this stock into the mid-40s and eventually in the mid-50s. But right now, it looks like a promising setup, particularly this pattern here, where you see a V bottom, a pullback retest, and then the last 2 days nicely higher again, jumping $1.50 or 4.6% today. So keep an eye on this one for a potential breakout of an important base pattern. Up next is Bristol Myers. Folks, I just like this story, and after doing some research on it today, I'm convinced that they could have the next major cancer drug. But we'll see. I mean, right now, from a technical standpoint, the base, the breakout, the strong move up, a pullback, and then a pop today. Now, it got up to 54.70. They closed at 54.20, up only 67 cents. But 10 million traded, that's the best volume you can see since August. So maybe there's something going on here that could get us quickly to test the 57 range, which is my next target. If we get through that, 63. CLDX, well, good action today. Up $1.64 or 10.6%. 3 million traded, the best volume in about 8 or 9 sessions. Broke out of the consolidation range, held the moving averages and price support. Right back up to the high here at 17, reached on August the 26th. Today it reached 1708, so made a nominal new multi-month high, but we still have the big resistance here at 18.25, 1830. The base pattern is similar to Achillion and a couple others we're showing you today, is a nice setup. Here's another stock that had a very big move last year, got up in the high 30s and came down into the low teens, bounced around and is basing out now. You can see how this could move if it breaks out towards 22 and maybe even 25. Clovis, yet another. Looking at the long-term chart, you can see the stock had a big run, hit multiple tops up here, rolled over, formed the falling bear wedge, broke out, retested, 3-wave corrected pullback, popped, and then backed off one more time. You can see the move has been incredible. If you look at the last 8 or 9 sessions, we're up every day. So having been at resistance here, love to see some pullback opportunity, but we may very well extend a little bit more into the low 60s before we do get that pullback. Very nice pattern though. Technical's improving. I like the way it looks overall. Cyanoshore, a stock that I've followed also for a few years. Nice uptrend had developed from the 09 lows for sure. And if you step back and look at the way this is set up, we reached the bottom of the channel after multiple tests of this zone in here, near 19. We spiked up today, jumping 267 to 12.5%. Some positive news, and we do have some resistance, and my next target would be about 25.90, 26. We get through that though, we can see something in the 30 plus range. FEYE, one of the 2 security stocks that I like, that I'm looking at, security software companies. You know, it's been up, it's been down, it's been up and down, but overall, a nice big base pattern is formed that could propel the stock into the 50s and 60s down the road. But for now, I'm looking to see if we can test and take out the 36.5, 7 range, and then 41 would be our next target. ACHN, well, for a semiconductor stock, it's acting great in here. As you can see, the stock ran up, pulled back, and ran up again. The overall pattern is a big, big base going back 6 years. We've pierced that level. My next target is a test of this 15 and a quarter half zone. That's my short-term target. We get through that, we're looking at maybe 20 or better. So very much a high potential stock. Big breakaway gap and stall for 2 days and break out. So let's see if this extends to the 15 and 15 and a half range, and then we'll see what happens. Maxwell had a beautiful snapback day today. Insider purchase triggered that move from 985 to 1122, closed just 13 cents off the high, up $1.29 or 13%. Nice gain today. Excuse me. So stock then at this point is in a resistance zone. What I need to see is can we get through the 1136 high from Friday, and if we do that, look for a retest of this zone near the 12.5 area, and beyond that 14. Synchronous. Important move today. Let's go back. You can see that the highs from 07 taken out today, and that's an all-time high. So we got new all-time high territory. Yes, it spiked 536 or 11.5% on 2 million, which was a huge volume for that stock, and it did get to the top of the channel. We'll see if we break through and run. If so, looking for high 50s to 60, but a pullback here also would be an opportunity if it should retest the 46 area. SPLK, another security stock acting, security software company, acting well. The base, the breakout, the platform, and then a pretty big dip here, which I believe broke our support level. But boy, what a comeback. And today jumping another 402 or 6.5% on 3.2 million. Looks to me like it's up against resistance from the April high in the 65.5 range. Today's high 67, so we went through that slightly. Let me double check that. I'm sorry, 67.5. So we're up against resistance, and if we do blow through here, we could see much more. Based on the overall structure, it wouldn't shock me if we pulled back to mid-channel near 61.2. And I am looking for the market to back off, give some of these stocks a chance to rest, consolidate, and retest. UIS, well, the big pop last week, followed by 3 days of consolidation, led to today's jump of 76 cents or 3.2%. Volume 750,000 wasn't big. What I'm looking for is a test and maybe take out of the 25.65 area. That should lead to 28 and 31.5. And last day is VDSI today. What a day for this stock. Opened 21.5, got up to 24.34, closed 23.73, up 5.44. That's a 30% gain on 4.4 million. Biggest volume I've seen in this stock in 6 or 7 years. On a long-term chart, you see the pattern here shows a big basing action. And there was a spike up within a 44 range. Long-term target would be up there. For now, I'm looking for a little carry forward towards 25, and we'll see if we can punch through and make higher highs. But for now, even if it does stall in that range and consolidate, I'm eventually looking for a stock in the high 20s and 30 range. That's it tonight, everybody. Have a good evening.